troop tactics are one of the most powerful resources in the game. Unlike food, gold, or oil, there is no easy way to get them back once you use them. They are absolute game changers. They can make the difference between a failed attack and a clean 5 stars. They are also a huge asset on defense, and they can save your alliance valuable stars in war. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I've saved up over 1,200 troop tactics, and how you can manage one of the most valuable resources in the game. Keep in mind that I've been playing this game for 3 years, so this is not just going to happen to you overnight. First, let's talk about how you can accumulate troop tactics. The first is events. When you hit the event thresholds, you'll get a troop tactic or you'll get a few of them. Second is daily videos. Watch them. These troop tactic rewards are really going to add up over time. The third place is Marco Polo the Traveling Merchant. Now 98% of his trades are absolute trash, but the troop chest is one of the few good trades. Buy them whenever you get the chance. It's the only chest that will give you at least 6 troop tactics. And lastly, you have money. This is really a last resort. Unless you're in a really competitive alliance that's pushing for top spots in the game, you really don't need to be spending money on troop tactics. Repeat after me, you do not need to be spending money on troop tactics. Now there's a bit of an art when it comes to managing your troop tactics, but the concept is very simple. Never use them unless you absolutely have to. When you're raiding, don't use them. Seriously, if you're attacking bases that you need troop tactics to 5-star, you are attacking bases that are way too hard for you. Use your barracks or factory army and donated alliance troops for 99.9% of raiding attacks. That's literally all you'll need. When you're in war, this is where the art of managing your troop tactics really kicks in. And the earlier you start managing them, the more you will accumulate in the long run. The biggest part of growing your troop tactic arsenal is knowing your minimum necessary force. Finding your minimum necessary force only takes 3 steps. Step 1, bring backup. Always have some troop tactics in your back pocket when you're attacking in wars. If you're having a tough time closing out a base, drop some troop tactics to help you finish it off. Step 2, always start out in wars attacking with just your core army. Your core army are troops that can be trained again and requested again. That's your barracks troops, your factory troops, your mercenaries, the troops your alliance donates to you, and your war tactics. Use all of them. There's no reason not to. When you're attacking in war, you are not holding back. Give it 110%. And remember, because you brought backup troop tactics in step 1, you have room to make some mistakes because these troop tactics can cover for you. And finally, step 3. This is the most important part. Evaluate your strength after every attack you make. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you're completely crushing a war base with your core army, don't use troop tactics the next time you're attacking a similar base. How do you know if you've completely crushed a base? Look at how many troops you have on the field when the battle is over. Do you still have most of your army? Are there still swarms of impies on your battlefield? If you can get 5 stars on a base with minimal casualties, that's how you know you've crushed a base. On the other hand, say you're having a little bit of trouble closing out a certain base, and you need to drop some troop tactics for backup. Keep that in mind the next time you're attacking a similar base. Again, I want to stress how important this last step is. As long as you're keeping track of how strong your core army is, you'll know how you can adjust your power with troop tactics to make clean 5-star attacks with minimum necessary force. After a while of making your war attacks with this 3-step framework in mind, you should have a general idea of how strong your core army is now. Every time you make any upgrades to your attacking power, you just rinse and repeat this process over and over again. You'll know what kind of bases you can crush and what kind of bases give you a hard time. Evaluating your strength is a continuous process of trial and error, but as long as you keep the idea of minimum necessary force in your mind, you'll never need to shell out a single penny for troop tactics, and you'll have enough to spare for a long time. 3 steps. Bring backup, always start attacking with your core army, and evaluate your strength. What you'll eventually find is there's going to be a lot of wars where you don't need to use troop tactics at all. After 3 years of following this cycle over and over and over and over again, I have a massive store of troop tactics, and I know that if you follow this process, you can have that too. But honestly, if you think about it, having over 1,200 troop tactics is a lot. That's way more than I know what to do with. So maybe you don't need to be as extreme as I've been. So get out there, practice those attacks, attack well, attack smart, and most importantly, keep track of those troop tactics. You will not regret it. And I swear, if I see another industrial age attacker blowing 3 troop tactics to 5-star a medieval age base, I'm gonna lose my mind. But until next time everyone, good luck out there and have fun.